We are here in the reception hall of the Frick collection. You can see that the space is much larger, much brighter than it was before. And we're surrounded by beautiful limestone walls and marble on the floor. Early in the design process, it became very clear to us that this reception hall was key to unlocking how we would connect all the different floors and create a harmonious public circulation. To achieve the large space that you see here today, and also accommodate a second floor above us, we simultaneously reduce the ceiling height and also raise the roof above the reception hall. This new second floor aligns with the mansion and allows visitors then to access the new galleries on the second floor. Throughout the design process, we took inspiration from the Beaux-Arts architect Hastings and Pope in the mansion as well as the expansion of 1935. And that really helped us to create a stone palette for the public spaces, but in a more modern way. And we worked with Wilkstone, the stone suppliers and fabricators. They have access to quarries in Italy, and much to our surprise, many of the stones used in the 1912 mansion were actually still available. And that was a real pleasure for us to be able to work with and be inspired by the original stone palette. I worked very closely with Annabelle and the rest of the Selldorf team to do iteration after iteration of floor patterns. I was also very fortunate to be able to go and see mock-ups, first in New Jersey, but then also travel to Italy and go see many of the large stone dry lays of the floors that were laid out for us to review and inspect before they were packaged piece by piece and then shipped over to New York. As you can imagine, installing stone is very labor intensive. The stones are heavy. We have 1.25 inch thick panels here on the walls. The floor is a thinner stone of 3/4 inch, and it lies in a mud set to accommodate the weight and the thickness of the stone. We generally kept to 2 different stones per floor pattern. Here in the reception hall, for example, we introduced a stone called Botticino in a very large format pattern, and it creates a sort of central stone rug. We surrounded that with a border of Breccia Aurora Blue, which is another stone that we found was used in the mansion, but also in the Frick Art Research Library. On the second floor, because the space is more intimate, we decided to use a Nembro Rosato stone, which has more pink-red tones in it, and paired it with the Breccia Aurora, which is a very animated and figured stone, as you can see. We laid this out in a small format stone in a herringbone pattern and felt that that would be befitting to the scale of the room, where we also will have the new museum shop as well as the cafe. You will see not only in the reception hall, but many of the public spaces on the first and second floors, we used many different stones to celebrate their beauty, their durability, as well as a sense of permanence to the public spaces. When the visitor arrives at the new Frick collection, they will be entering through the main entrance hall, as they have done before, but the visitor will be invited into a much larger reception hall. We feel that they will find the space welcoming, and they will feel comfortable to linger a bit in the reception hall that is much more spacious and brighter than it used to be.